Hey everyone, it's Trace. I'm here on Sunday and I had a little message I wanted to share with all of you um, that really struggle with this topic of really wanting to see the narcissist get revenge. And I know so many people, including myself, at one point sat there and said, I don't ever see anything happening to them. It doesn't seem like, it seems like they just go right off into the sunset and everything's great for them for the rest of their lives. And they continue to find poor victims that are going to be partners of theirs. And it seems like, they don't ever pay, they don't ever have atonement, they never pay for what they do. And I want to let everybody know today. Now, I have changed my tune about this in the years, and you guys that may have been watching me for a while know I have said this. Everybody seals their own fate, okay? And I'm not talking about things that happen to people like car accidents and things of that. And I don't believe in that whole law of attraction thing. I believe yeah, you can learn how to choose your attitude every day based on, all circumstances handed to you. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that wake up every single day and choose evil. Okay, they deliberately choose evil in their lives. And they go around and they try to harm others. And they are diabolical and they are sadists. They have that want and desire to hurt other people because they are pure evil inside. They have gone to the dark side and they have dwelled there for a very long time. Okay, I'm talking about those types of people. They all will receive what they are giving out in the end. And I'm here tonight to tell all of you that you don't have to do anything sometimes. Okay. Now, will you be asked at some points? Will God put it inside you that maybe you have to get involved or in things of this nature? Yes, and He will let you know when that time is. But sometimes you don't have to do anything. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord, and I know this to be true. I came back to God having been with my ex-husband uh, and all of his narcissistic, diabolical behaviors. I started to pay attention, and there was a lot of paranormal and supernatural things going on. And I couldn't just not see it. My mind and my spirit were wide open to seeing that God is very real and Satan is very real, and it is more real than this physical world we're day to day going about. And when you can open up your mind and see that truth, you can see that people have something behind them, something attached to them, something very wrong, and they bring that into your life. And I would have never thought that my life would have basically come full circle, because I was taught and raised in the Catholic church and going to Catholic school, and my grandmother was a devout Catholic, and so I was taught I was raised in the faith, but I went and decided to be in my flesh and go into the world and make my own decisions and basically be my own God for many years until I had this experience with my ex-husband that truly opened my eyes to the fact that the spirit world is very real, and it is a fight between it is a battle between good and evil. And in that battle, the Lord does not want, He's not going to give you guys justice when you're in a position in your life to be gloating over it. Yeah, he's not going to show you justice when you're in a position in your life to be gloating over somebody else's downfall. He And I can tell you that firsthand. You got to get right with yourself, and you have to go and you have to work on yourself. And part of that, and a major part of the healing process is going to be just that, because when the narcissist came in your life, they distracted you from all things that you were supposed to be doing. They brought out the worst in you. I mean, when I think about the person I was back then with him, it's not a person I'm proud of at all. Okay. I've done so much work, and I am proud to say that when this information was presented to me this week by multiple people, I was, I'll tell you what I was proud of for me. I was proud that I didn't gloat over it. I was proud that I said to myself, this is you know, the work I have done for myself to getting out of the clutches of him, and narcissistic abuse and evil people, and much more people than just him that I've seen what I'm talking about and why I talk about what I do on this channel. And thank you for giving me a platform to feel comfortable enough to talk about this stuff, about the spiritual stuff. Because I truly will say and continue to say that I believe this is a spiritual infection going on for these people. It's much greater than psychology. There's a reason they're all acting the same. There's a reason that it gets to the point that their diabolical behavior just continues to grow and grow and grow and get worse instead of better. You don't ever see these people have changes. And if they say they're going to change, it's like Kanye West. You see that they're, oh, now they're going to be into Jesus. Well, then that gets boring for them. And then they go back into the diabolical behaviors and prostituting of women, and expose and degrading women, and getting into the lust all over again. Oh, that didn't work out for them. Now they're going to change identities. And we see this time and time and time again with these types of evil people. They they don't have an identity, and they'll do whatever it is that they have to do to try to continue to fool the masses. But when they get exposed, and when it all is said and done, and sometimes the Lord will, God will decide that you're gonna see it, or you're not, or you're gonna hear about it, or whatever it is. It's gonna be in a time of your life that you're good with yourself, and you're at such peace that you're not gloating over it. Because in your eyes, it's all horrible and it's all awful. And nobody wins. Nobody wins in narcissistic abuse. Okay? And if there's one lesson I can take from anything I could ever share with any of you over abuse, when these people came in your life and distracted you from what you're supposed to be going out there and doing every day, and taking you away from yourself, because that's what these beings do, is they take you away from who you truly are, and what's important, and spreading love and peace and harmony and balance and all those things. When the narcissist comes and steals that from you, you're not able to continue on your path and your fate in life. That's why they came in your life. So you have to always see yourself as a separate entity from them, who will continue to work on themselves, focus on all the areas that you still need to work on. I mean, I never thought I'd be where I'm at right now. And there's still a heck of a lot more work to be done. But like things like last night, I I sometimes still tend to avoid a lot of social gatherings because I don't drink, and I don't want to put myself in those environments. And so I said yes. My best friend from college asked me to go to a 30th birthday party for her good friend last night. And, we had to get all dressed up. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have some anxiety around those things because for many years I couldn't go to something like that without having a buzz or, I felt like I needed that to do any type of social situation. And how sad is that my life got to that point? So last night I'm really happy I went because nobody was like crazy drunk and acting like a fool. And it was a room full of really great people and you could feel that. And I was just so happy to get in my car and not worry about how much I had to drink, to not worry about awful hangovers, to not worry about what I said or did the next day, to not worry about saying I wasn't going to drink anymore. And I kept up the patterns. And what I'm trying to say is when God delivers you these messages that yes, he says, vengeance is mine. I am the deliverer of justice. Um, he's gonna do it when you've done so much work on yourself and you can sit and you can recognize that. It's moments like last night that I recognized that and I was proud of myself because it's not been easy to get here, but I'm proud of myself that I did it and I'm past a lot of those anxious feelings over it and that fear of having to let that old person go. She's gone. She's gone. And I'm proud of that. And I want all of you to somehow, some way, bring that focus and attention back to yourself so that if and when you ever do receive the news that the narcissist has really received their karma and their in some form of justice and exposure, if you will, that you're going to be in a place that you're just so thankful to God for the peace that the moments of peace that you get to have in your life. And the fact that I could say to myself this week, I am just so happy I don't ever have to deal with abuse ever again. And if I see it coming, if I see somebody being abusive with me, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do, and I hope all of you, and I pray that all of you can get to that point in your life too. You know, you don't have to do, sometimes, you don't have to do anything. Sometimes the narcissist meets their match. I'm telling you guys, the narcissist meets their match, or God has his timing and he delivers it in his timing. And you don't have to go doing it. You don't have to go trying to put yourself out there to expose them and continue to fight with them and continue to, have conflict or anything to do with them. Because I'm going to tell you something else, you guys. The narcissist loves attention. And they don't care if a million people saw a video of them being abusive, as long as a million people saw a video of them being abusive. That's the part that they are happy with and that they enjoy, is that they got that many people to look at it and to look at them. That's how sick it is. That's the level we're talking about that it can get to for someone that dwells in darkness. And see all that hatred and anger and when people are angry with them and mad at them for their behavior, they love it. It fuels their hatred and their anger and their rage. And they have to constantly find something to be angry about and to be hateful, to find hate for. And they really do believe they are so sick and delusional that they believe anybody speaking negatively about them is just jealous of them. It's just because you're talking about them. You're talking about them, so that must mean they're important. That's how they think. That's how a diabolical narcissist thinks. Yeah. And those five people against, a million others, those five people that are going to stick by them and stick up for them and tell them that, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, what you did, that was no big deal. I believe you. I believe your side of the story. There is no side to a story when you are on camera, caught being exactly who you are. You can come up with anything and everything you think you could come up with. But everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. So the people that are equally as sick as you are, that want to defend you and want to stick up for you and want to blame shift in your life, like your mother and everybody else that, has created the monster. When you want to go about and do, stuff like this and stick to the people that, oh, my son, my poor baby, you know, my baby didn't do nothing, that kind of crap is where it's going to find you in life. It's gonna find you exactly what you're doing. See, these narcissists continue about in life and they really believe themselves. They lie so much to themselves day in and day out that they believe that they are entitled, that they are going to have special treatment in life, that they are going to fool the masses, and that they are going to fool the public, and they are going to do whatever it is that they have to do, and they're going to get out of it like they always figure that they do. But I'm here tonight to remind all of you that you, when you're good with you and you've done the work, that's typically when you're going to get this news. And you're going to be so focused on yourself and your own life that you're just like, wow. And sometimes God will ask you to stand up and do the right thing, and you'll be put in situations like that where you will have to be a part of exposing someone. Sometimes God will do things like that, and sometimes you don't have to. So for all of you out there, and I know that feeling of like, I just want them to get their justice. I just want to, it seems like they never get it. You guys, I've seen people get justice on their deathbeds. I've seen it with my own two eyes. And there's a nurse right now on TikTok. My God, I wish I could remember names. This, you know, uh, she is literally telling stories of how many people she has seen on their deathbed, scared out of their minds, being tormented by demons. You guys think this is where everyone's making this up? This is a nurse who's all science, who finally said, no, I'm going to start talking about this. She's seen people get picked up in death by angels, by good angels, and by demons. She's seen it. She's witnessed it. I keep trying to encourage her to write a book, and she's somebody I want to get on the show, on the channel. I'm telling you guys, there's something much bigger than all this. It's not just between you and the narcissist. Believe me when I tell you that. And once you figure that out and you see that this is so much bigger than the spirit world is it. This is the problem with these people. And this will be the problem with you if you don't see it and you don't get spiritual coaching and help. The only reason I'm able to help other people is because I share with them the things that I know, the things that have personally happened to me, the spiritual experiences I've had and I've seen, and others have too. And I will show you other people's videos. I will show you what other people are saying. I will have people on the channel talking more about this. That's what I plan to do. The reason a lot of psychologists can't help people is because they are not educated on this stuff. They'll sit there and they'll say that this is all hogwash and nonsense because they've never personally been through it. And they, quite honestly, are not doing their due diligence of studying exorcism cases. You're sitting there discrediting. You know how many billions of people have had encounters with the spirit world, and you're going to sit there and make it seem like we're all just making up tall tales since the beginning of time. It's written in the Bible. It was going on in those days. It's still going on now, but everybody's lying. Right. Yep, I just came on YouTube to create some tall tales here to get some attention and lead people down strange spiritual paths. I've had people say some real uneducated, stupid stuff to me, and that's okay. I hope and I pray that if I have turned any of you on to this and had you see far past psychology and science, then I did my job. All the glory does belong to God. And anyone that says something like that and mocks it, boy, oh boy, I wouldn't ever want to be you in life, uh, ever. I hope this message heals some of your hearts and gets you to see that that's not the focus that we want. That's we want to focus on doing the right thing always and you know I always say we gotta look up to the trees. The trees grow to their fullest potential in life. The fullest potential that they possibly have as a tree. Why can't we do the same? I'd like to say even a week from now, I've grown even more. I know what it is I need to do this week, right? To be better than I was last week. I know exactly what it is. Everybody does. It's whether or not it's what you're going to do with it that matters. Well, that's my message today. Thanks for allowing me to share it. I'm Trace Face, and as always, it's time we face the truth together.